I'm Molly here with Rose City RV of Michigan, and today we're going to take a look at the Palomino truck camper model 3201. So is this the correct model for you, you may ask? Here are 5 key specifications to help you decide. This model can sleep up to 3 people, fits any 3/4 ton truck bed size, has a weight of 3,225 pounds, has 2 power awnings, and features a dry bath. So let's take a look inside. So welcome inside the 3201. We're gonna go over a couple features. So first things, this is the couch area. You can sleep somebody here. Obviously they would need to be kind of short, more of a children's scenario. This would be a couple's coach or with a kid. This just pulls out here. Okay, so sleeping area there if need be, if not mostly sitting area. So you can move this table around here and you can sit here. This is going to be on a flexible mount here on this 32-inch TV. That is a 12-volt smart TV as well. So you can use your Netflix accounts, whatever, if you've got internet access, or you can provide it on your own and also use that off-grid. Now, speaking of off-grid, this unit has comes standard from the factory with a 100 amp hour Renogy battery. So that one battery alone is probably $600, $700, $800 if you were to just go buy that on its own. So that's a nice standard feature. Also 400 watts of solar already installed up on the roof. So ready for those off-grid adventures. You're going to see that a lot with truck campers, especially these awesome Palomino Backpack editions. So just kind of looking out from here, we've got the large Everchill, and that's going to be a 10 cubic foot refrigerator in this little truck camper. So lots of room for space there. And then freezer on top as well, which I will show you that. And this is a dual swing, so you can access it from this side as well. So nice big fridge. I'm not sure if this is 10 cube now that I'm looking at it here, but we'll update that in the bottom of the video if that's the case, if it is not. And then we can swing here on this side, so you can access that fridge from this way or from the bedroom area, which is really nice in a floor plan like this. We also have a nice microwave there. It's going to be more like a standard microwave, even though when we're in a truck camper. Then we got the range vent and fan and light, and then we have the new Suburban stove and cooktop here with the glass top flip up with the thermocouples as well. So if you accidentally bump this there, it won't just be emitting gas, it also illuminates red, so you know that that burner's on, which is cool. And then some decent counter space here as well. And then large farmhouse style sink, stainless here with a nice sprayer here, so you can go all the way around washing dishes. And then windows, window. Really a lot of windows for this small space. Kind of helps you feel like it's bigger if you're a truck camper person. This doesn't feel small to you. If you're a large fifth wheel buyer and you step in this, it would feel extremely small. This is really cool too, this slidable pantry here, so you can access this just more user friendly than per se a door. And then you get a nice little travel latch here, so you don't lose your goodies when you go down the road. Drawer space. Outlets, 12 volt and 110 located right there. Our furnace is also right underneath of that as well. This is also a Velcro, and I'll kind of show you that when we go outside. I'll show you this whole area when we get down there. And then more storage here as well. Converter locations right there, so both your 12 volt and 110 breakers will be there. Nice drawer space here, drawer space under the refrigerator here, which is nice. And then a little storage underneath of there. Moving into the bathroom area. This is going to be a walk-through bathroom area. So shower on this side, very usable shower with a skylight. So if you're tall, you can put your head in there and still fit, hopefully. Then we've got the dry bath here. That's going to give you an actual toilet, some storage, and a little sink there. Dry baths are huge in truck campers because you really have to go to a larger model to get that option. And then up in the bedroom area, we're gonna have a full 60 by 80 queen size bed here. So storage right here next to the bed. As you can see, storage there. And then nice window there with a shade as well, as long with the 110 and 12 volt outlets on each side of the bed, as well as reading lights there, more storage on each side. And then very nice vent fan here. It's going to give you a 12 volt vent fan. We like to call it the off-grid air conditioners because those things move a ton of air. If you just open the window and turn those on, they'll draw a ton of air through here. I use those in my GeoPro constantly when camping without power because it really just helps keep that air moving. And then we also have the TV located right here at the foot of the bed, so you're able to view that TV. And then, like I said, more storage over there. So one thing I want to point out here for my truck camper people, when you get up into this class of truck camper, you'll start seeing slide outs and things. This does not have a slide out, which is something I really like for the fact that the ease of access. You open this door, you can jump right in, you don't have to put a slide out. Typically when you have a slide in a truck camper, it totally blocks that door. So to even access that on the side of the road, a lot of times you gotta put that in the out position to be able to access the coach itself. So that's a super nice feature. And then also the ease of access with a truck camper in the sense that you know, if you're tossing back the idea of toy hauler, this is a good option. You can tow a large cargo trailer, you can put all your toys, you can go Jeep, you can go all these options that you might not have the options for in a toy hauler to get the floor plan that you want. So this is a cool option for that too. But let me just show you this control panel here. This is where your awning buttons are going to be, as well as your interior lights, your 12 volt tank heaters as well, your water pump, your porch lights, your monitors for your tanks here. And then we've got your GFI reset right here by the entry door, as well as on-demand water heater here. These are the main controls here for this. Then we have a dimmer switch here for the interior lights, which is nice. And then below here, this is going to be for the power jacks, as well as this little remote right here that just kind of velcros in. So all power jacks, you can run them individually or all at one time. That really makes this user friendly and really is a necessity when you get into truck campers of this class. As well as this solar controllers listed right here, and that gives you your voltage there. Okay, and then underneath it here, we don't have it installed at the moment, but your fire extinguisher goes there, so that's what that is. Easy and convenient by the door. And then up here, this is a display for the lithium batteries. One thing that people don't understand about lithium batteries is they charge and discharge at a way different rate than lead acid. So these monitor panels will not work for lithium. It'll pretty much just say full until it falls straight off, and then it's empty. So this gives you an accurate reading of what that battery is currently at. So I'm glad that they do that. But that's going to do it for that. On the inside, let's take a look at this area on the outside. I mentioned that there is 2 awnings. So you're going to have one on the back here over your entry door. You're also going to have one on the side here for your campsite side there. So it's pretty nice to have 2, one for the entry door and then one for the campsite side. Also on the campsite side, you're going to have exterior speakers. You're going to have 110 outlets here as well, so if you want to hook up anything while you're outside. A little bit of storage that goes underneath the bathroom there, which dual access inside and out. Our freshwater and city water connections are located right here, so if your campsite has water and you want to feed your spigot from there, typically truck campers, they're using the tank here with the water pump. And then these little access doors are just access when it's inside the truck. You can then get in behind there. Not so much of a big deal on this side, but on the other side, your plumbing access is there. And that just kind of gives you a little bit of storage. This is your furnace exhaust here, so just keep in mind, don't put anything in front of that, like I always mention. And then power jacks here all the way around. These are where the tie downs go on the front and the back here. And we have frameless windows here. I mentioned there's quite a few windows in here, which really helps it feel larger, which is nice. And then moving up here to the cab over section, we have our battery hookup located in there. They also give you a spot to hook up a battery pack on the outside or a jumper cable if you need to get power, and I'll show you that around the other side. We have a nice little 7-way holder so that when it's sitting here you could pop that in. We don't have it on here because it's not set up ready to go yet. Exterior light, that's going to be on the front. And then another little 7-way hookup there if you got to run it. And then our battery disconnect located there. Nice little storage. This is also what I call the fishing rod storage because it goes all the way up the wall, which is nice. Cable satellite hookup, so if you're somewhere where they offer that, you can hook right up to there and it'll feed those TVs on the inside. Remember, there's 2 TVs, one in the bedroom area, one in the living area. Then this is going to be our hookup there that goes to the battery for when this is in the back of the truck and you can't access that if you need to. This just goes to the back side of the refrigerator. I like that they give you access back here because sometimes you do need to get to it and you don't have to pull that fridge then to do that. 30 amp hookup here because these do have air conditioners on them. And then we have our hot and cold spray port located there, as well as our 30-pound propane tank and a quick disconnect located here. If you wanted to use a grill for that, you can. And then our holding tank access here for the sewer outlet. And then moving back around to the back area, our on-demand water heater is going to be here. Hot exhaust here, just to keep in mind. Little exterior light and a hookup here that allows you to get to that gate valve for your dump. Okay, that's gonna do it for the 3201. Oh, and I didn't mention, but we do have the big rear bumper here. Gives you a little bit of storage in there as well. Not sure if these are open. So that's kind of nice, but also just gives it a cool look. And it's got that flip down step, because steps are an issue with truck campers as well. Having them, moving them, putting them on, taking them off. So that kind of allows you to do that without having to do that. So like I said, that's going to do it. If you've got questions, I'm sure I've missed a thing or two. This is our first truck camper video. Just a cool little note about us and truck campers. We were the #1 truck camper dealer in the state of Michigan for a long time. So we've been at this a while. We're pretty knowledgeable about truck campers. So let us help you find one if that's what you're into.